Double M's, it's your boy Keys.
And it's your girl Minty. Ew.
And we back
with another video.
Yeah.
And this time we are doing mussels. We got the green lip and we have the black mussels. Also have
green lip mussels.
Really? We also have shrimp in here and some corn for you guys. Now, with the green lip, I don't like that thick rubbery piece and I don't like the beard. So I cleaned all that out. And we have some ginger, garlic, and onions. And of course, a nice seafood sauce. So we're gonna get into this what, baby? Let's do it.
Most loving and gracious Father, thank you for our friends and loved ones coming in to join us. Thank you for this food that you have blessed us with, that it be nourishing to our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Right.
And we got some good old water for the drink. Oops, got more water. Just some napkins over there.
I almost forgot how mussels taste.
Yeah, we ain't had nothing in a while, have we?
Yeah.
These shrimp are from Costco, y'all.
This one ain't really open up.
Go ahead, put it to the side. The black ones do that. You know, the green ones come already open.
Oh, ain't nothing even in there.
That happens too. With these black ones. And these black mussels come from Walmart, y'all. So, you know.
It shouldn't even matter. Closed or not. It was in the freezer section.
It do matter, they say though. I don't know how we're gonna do this because we both left these. Y'all. This is so good.
Yeah, I go with that face.
Now these some nice size shrimp, y'all, from Costco's. Ooh, hot. We hope y'all been enjoying the videos we've been uploading. Somebody was like, it's been a long time since I seen y'all. I'm like, it ain't been that long now. You must have been watching no videos. Ooh. I put lemon juice in the seafood sauce. And when I tell you we're tasting it every bite. So good, y'all.
These things big too.
It's corn good. So sweet. You put that ginger onion right on top. Yeah. Bite it. That's so good, y'all. And I like doing seafood boils like this because it's so lightweight. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel heavy after eating this. And it's got that lemony zest in here. Make it so good. Make it so good and enjoyable. So y'all already know we're gonna talk about something. And what is trending right now is the fact that Wendy Williams' husband, as they like to say in the blogs, estranged husband, got in a physical altercation with his son. And the son and him, I'm hearing in some reports, both were arrested. But I guess when TMZ reported it, only the son got arrested. So I'm not really sure. But that's crazy. And from the stories that I'm hearing, it sounds like the father, Kelvin Sr., provoked the situation.
I had never seen Wendy's son before. That was my first time with this situation, seeing that young man. But I know for a fact, as a man and being young, that Kevin Hunter provoked that situation.
Now,
with his,
go ahead, baby.
With his son to get a reaction out of his wife because he hasn't been getting any response from her because he's probably been trying to contact her, and that was the only way he could probably get her to speak to him. But apparently, I guarantee it wasn't spoken word that he wanted.
So basically the story is Wendy dropped Kevin Jr. off to their New Jersey home where they all lived as a family. I guess he had to get something out of the house, and when he got in the house, Kelvin Sr. happened to be in the house. Now I'm thinking maybe Kelvin Sr. knew they were coming there and he thought he was going to get a chance to talk to Wendy. But Wendy didn't go in. Wendy said, I'll come back and get you. So he then, talking to his son, has his son go to the store with him, which is in the neighborhood or near where they live. They go down to the store.
Or, baby, she could have knew he was already in there and she said, I ain't going in now.
Yeah, probably saw the car. Yeah, probably saw the car or something like that too. Yep. You know, either way, either one of them could have known the other one was going to be coming, or could have known the other one was in there once they got to the house. However, the son goes in. He goes to the store with his dad. On the ride there, it seemed like the dad was like telling him he needs to get off his mama dime, and you know your mom's brainwashing you. You need to take care of yourself. You a man now. You need to try to make your own way in life. And the boy looking like, I'm assuming, like, who are you to tell me this when you the one looking for child support from my mom and spousal support. You want her to take care of you and your new chick and baby. Plus you want child support for me, but you want me to go get a job to take care of myself while I'm in college. I'm in college. And I thought most parents, you know, still help and support their children while they're going to school, because they don't want their child focusing on trying to work a job. They want them focusing on their education. You know what I mean? So, especially if you're a parent, if you got a parent like Wendy Williams with the money that she has, why would I want my son trying to work a job? I'm trying to teach him valuable lessons of hard work. He's going to know that anyway. And I think that's really sad that Kelvin Sr. thought that he could say that to his son, and he doing the exact same thing, trying to live off her dime. I think he shouldn't even try to, you know, he shouldn't even went there with that brainwashing and, you know, because let me tell you something. First of all, how is she brainwashing her son because you got a side piece for the past 8 to 10 years and y'all just had a baby? Ain't nothing brainwashing about that. That's facts. There's no brainwashing in that. Right or wrong? Where's the brainwashing? I mean, if my parent said something like that to me and I knew my other parent did something like that, I'd be looking like, what are you talking about brainwashing? So that baby and that woman over there and the house that she was living in a block over from us, that's all not real? That's just made up, make believe? Come on. That's the best, y'all. And with everything being so fresh, I would think that the dad would chill out, because everybody knows normally how boys are about their mamas. You know? Nobody want to see their mom be hurt. And what kind of example are you setting to your son on how to treat women when you're doing stuff like this?
That's my thing. And as a man, we need to be teaching our boys better. And then we out here complaining or saying things that they not acting the way they should, but we not setting a good example for them, some of us. And then the foundations that you've laid and the lives you led before you changed your life, those young people have seen that, and they carry that on with them. Oh, you did this when you know they're gonna bring it up. They're not gonna bring up the good stuff that you're doing now, just like your haters and the rest of your family. They ain't gonna see the good that you're doing now. They gonna see the stuff that you did in the past.
That's so true.
But yes, that man knew his son was gonna feel some type of way about the way his mom was being treated, and even the fact started a whole new family. And then coming back, trying to get empathy and trying to make excuses why you did that.
That's so true. That is so true, y'all.
And trying to make what I'm doing, getting an education, negative about how you doing things. Two different situations.
Yep. We in two different situations. This is my mama. This was your wife. I'm in school and I'm 18. You 40-something years old, looking for your wife to take care of you and your new shit. Because you don't have anything.
Yeah. Not just take care of you, taking care of 2 whole extra bodies.
And if I was his son, what he would have told me, because you want to go out and make your own living, I would have said, is that what you're doing now? Is that why we're having this conversation?
And that's when he would have put you in the headlock.
That's all right. I would have told him though.
Best believe it went down something like that.
Yeah. Is that what you're doing now?
His dad said something.
Yeah.
And he came back. Oh, ain't that what you doing to mama? Huh? And he probably said it with a cuss word.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, it goes back to even the Kodak Black and T.I. thing. You know, it's not the same situation, but we have to be mindful of how we talk to our young people. It's okay to tell your son, hey, if he would have went to his son like this, hey, I know I made a lot of mistakes. You know, I've been very wrong. And how I've handled things with your mom, my infidelities and everything like that. I don't want you to be the man that I am, but be better than me. And I know that sounds like cliche or just some saying, but I'm being real right now. You know, go out there and try to make your own living, you know, be a man, because all these years I've pretty much been working for your mom. You know, if he would have explained it in a way like that, I'm pretty sure the young man would have been more receptive. But he was coming at him with that rah-rah, and I'm pretty sure it's the same demeanor that got him fired from the Wendy Williams show, and they couldn't wait to give him his walking papers. Only thing was keeping him in the executive producer job was his wife. Your wife giving you something to do. Just like when she used to walk around with her wedding ring on, you know, flashing that big diamond. I'm just looking like, man, you bought that for yourself. You know? You bought it for yourself. Because what income, what career moves is he making personally to be able to afford anything for you? He's working in a business with you. She was already in radio in journalism when he met her. She already had a career that was gonna rock. She was always gonna be who she was gonna be. See, that's the one thing we gotta remember in life. We are always en route to being who God called us to be if we be consistent and we be persistent about our dreams and goals. Mm-hmm. She was persistent and consistent. So she was always gonna get where she was at. So for him to feel like he helped build her up, I feel like she would do that anyway without him. Because I feel like he wasn't really doing much at the show anyway. For 8 to 10 years and having a whole other relationship and a house and going on vacation with another woman, you wasn't there like that.
Yeah,
your name was just on the building. You just had an office there, but you weren't really there. You weren't really doing no work. You weren't.
You had too much free time.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was a good thing she got rid of him, because I'm gonna tell you something. After a while, these people will get tired of dealing with the foolishness. You know, Wendy Williams show is a good show and everything, and it does very well. But let me tell you something, Steve Harvey was doing well too. And you see what they just did? They will find somebody to take that time slot, baby. I'm telling you. You know, we're not gonna keep dealing with your husband and his bullying and his inappropriate behavior at the studio. Because, you know, people have been saying this stuff for years, and everybody ain't lying about this man. You know? And you got to be mindful of that too, you guys. You know, how you treat people and how you conduct yourself in a place of business, whether you be working for someone, whether it be your own business. Every interaction you have is an impression that you gave somebody that will last forever. Mm-hmm. So if you walk around being nasty, coming off as a bully, coming off as somebody who don't practice restraint or don't know how to handle themselves, you're going to go through it every time. I mean, you're going to go through it every time. Because people are going to feel like, you know, why should we have to, deal with this, you know? She might want to be married to that and deal with that, but we don't have to here. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, her name is the Wendy Williams show. But, you know, there's a lot of other moving parts to it, too. If Fox say, hey, we don't want to have it on our show, or other networks pull out too because Fox done pull it out, then what? You know, so a lot of stuff is hazardous dealing with some people. And I'm glad she got the hazardous, you know, stuff out of her life, or she's in the process of getting it out of her life, because that's too much. That's too much. And now my son got a sister. All because you've been in a relationship with somebody else for 8 to 10 years.
When you could have just did the man up and say, hey, I'm not feeling this anymore.
Yep, I don't want to be here.
Man, I'm not physically attracted, because That's what it was. It wasn't that you didn't love her. You just wasn't physically attracted to her anymore. Say that. Or do stuff, because you ain't the most handsomest guy. Yeah, I gotta
the most
say,
handsome guy.
I got to say the most handsomest, because it's real. It's ugly, because it ain't. That's not how you spell the word or how the word is supposed to be pronounced. But that's ugly, and you can see that young lady only was with you because of the funding.
The Sharina lady, the one he has a baby with now.
And when the well went dry,
or when it does, she gonna be out. She waiting to see what's gonna happen with this divorce though. I'm pretty sure of that. And then also they said the show gave him a severance package, so he was given monies. You basically released him of the contract as executive producer, so he was paid. And you know that's common with those type of jobs. There's some type of severance package given to them. You know, I'm pretty sure you got some millions out of that. Who knows?
Take what you got. Try to do what you can.
And he trying to get more. I just think it's sad though, because I mean, I don't think his son and his relationship will ever be the same after he pulled that stunt. It'll always be some type of hesitation there. Yep. And the son won't trust him.
Not to that son all the way grown.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Right now, he ain't gonna be thinking like that right now.
No. 18 years old or 19, however old he is.
Yeah.
You still got a young mentality.
And you be in your feelings.
And it's a lot of emotions there. Mm-hmm. All that boy thinking is the swing on his daddy.
Well, I hope that has passed since then. That's a shame though, y'all. What do y'all think about that whole situation? Like, how do y'all feel about if you've had a time in your life where your dad and mom split up? How was it for you? And did you hate your dad, or did you have ill feelings about the situation towards your mom because she left? What I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because it is hard when a parent leaves a relation, leaves a marriage, but it's even worse when they leave because of something like this. My dad got another woman pregnant and they have a kid outside the marriage, and it's been going on for 10 years, like under my mom's nose. Yes, at some point she found out about it, but it don't make it no better. You know what I'm saying? It don't make it no better. And in situations like that, I'm sure the kid is having a lot of emotion, a lot of different thoughts, confused about a lot of things, And it's even worse because their situation is playing out in the public. There is no privacy with this. Everybody is paying attention and watching this unfold. It's one thing when regular people, who you don't know like that, is having a divorce. You have privacy. Mm-hmm. Your family might know a couple of things, but that's the extent it goes. Yeah. Family, a couple of friends, or whoever you told. But other than that, you ain't under a whole lot of scrutiny from the public. So yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, and we know it go on. Mm-hmm. Let us know. I know. I had excuse me.
You love that sauce.
I had the opportunity to meet my dad. My mom left my dad when we was real young, but and excuse me, mama. He used to beat her. Me and my sister seen a situation. We young, we couldn't do nothing. What he would have did, slapped us around.
Which I was like, what, 3 or 4?
I just remember we was young.
Mm-hmm. But old enough to remember what was going on. So probably about 4 and 6, maybe a little younger.
So I ain't gonna get into great detail, but just know there was some physical abuse. There was some physical abuse down bad, and then we left. Now imagine you 15, 16 years old, got a good way of thinking now, and you meet him. What are you gonna say? Because the first thing that you can remember is that.
That's horrible. You know, it really is.
And then you, as a kid, you're gonna test the waters. Hey, I remember some things, but the most thing that is rememberable to me is, do you really want me to say it? And saying it just like that, do you really want me to say it? Because it can't, it's going to be a little tension, it's going to be a little bit of emotion. I'm not trying to go there. I said it just like that. Oh, what is it? Hey, man, I seen what you did to mama. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, now I'm lying. Come on, man. I ain't trying to do that. I'm not trying to call you a liar. I'm not.
Camera cut off, y'all. We back.
But y'all, you don't say that to hurt nobody's feelings or cause any tension and ill will or disrespect toward an adult. You know, you be hurt, man, behind those situations, and you be like, wow. You know, especially when you ain't never seen nothing like that before. You know, somebody domestic violence on another parent, and you're like, oh wow, how can they do that? You know, why are they doing that? And you looking at them, and they looking at you like, oh, you lying on me. And then they go with making other excuses. When your mom, hey, from that point, that's when you turn around. Hey, I'm going. I didn't even remember saying, hey, I'll talk to you later. I walked away, closed the door, went in the house. That's still a form of disrespect, but I'd rather not talk to you and go down that road and try to remember stuff and you making excuses, because the point blank, you're wrong, man. It's a distorted way of thinking for you that somehow in what you did was right.
That's true.
That's what you're doing. And come on, there's no way, shape, or form that was right. Get out of there, man. If you got to do that, get out of there.
I agree.
Even with a kid, and I'm not saying, you know, if it was a situation where a kid coming up trying to bully an adult and trying to be, hey, protect yourself at all costs. You know, that's with anybody. You know, but we're not here to hurt and disrespect and all of that. That boy was hurt, man. Wow, my parents. Wow, it was embarrassing. People seeing this on TV. You embarrass your family. They got to go out. This boy had to still go to school, and kids talking about, oh, and say somebody like that.
When you go back to school from the break,
Yeah. Somebody don't like you. You got haters. You know, be it as it may, he probably his own man in his own right. Well, he don't even care. I don't even see you like that. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be okay. But yet and still, people are going to throw that out there.
And test you. Because they know
Come on, man.
And people like it when they know things about you, but you don't know anything about them.
Boom. Like,
that's how it
is. Michael J. White on Why Did I Get Married? 2. Boom.
Oh, MG. Okay.
Hey, yeah, it's hurtful, man. It's a hurt. When you're a kid, you got the, you know, just like girls have that want to get married, the house, the baby, the white picket fence,
that stuff. Dream stuff.
When you're a kid, all kids have dreams. The two parents doing whatever, the perfect relationship. The dad teach you how to do stuff. You know, you going on vacations, you get your first car, all that kind of stuff. Then reality set in. I'm in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Everybody selling dope. Crack, needles and on the ground, all kinds of stuff. You walk out the door, you can turn there, get beat up for no apparent reason. You just going to the store, going to school. You got to run all the way there. Get there, now you sweaty and funky. You already got hand-me-downs on. No haircut, B2B.
I ain't heard B2B in so long.
You know, hair look atrocious, stuff in your eyes, you know, and then your parents at home cutting the food. All the adults at the school know about it. If you from a small town or a regular little town where everybody know each other, you know, or grew up around each other. It's sad, man. It's sad.
It is.
That man provoked his son. His son will never look at him. He'll never look at him the son. He'll remember some of the good times they had in the beginning, but he'll never, ever, ever forget that particular moment, and always a look back on that.
And not even just that moment, baby. He gonna remember all the stuff he witnessed that he just ain't never talked about.
Yep, that he kept to himself.
That went on in that marriage that he done seen.
And now
I'm sure he done seen some stuff.
Look at that. That boy got on that K2. Now you see some of the little things that could have possibly.
Hold on, baby. Her son had an incident a while back where he was smoking K2. Why wouldn't he say they didn't even know? And they had to take him out of the country to get a holistic treatment for him to get him back, like she said, on the other side of good. Know what you're saying?
Yep. Now, with this kind of stuff coming out, him and his dad getting into little spats like that, now you see what how kids hold things in and then either go to food, either go to drugs, or go to acting out, stealing, possibly,
hypersexual.
Yeah, doing everything under the sun. You know, selling drugs. And there's a possibility of endless things that could have that drive kids to do things because they feel like they can help the situation, or the situation that was the outcome was their fault.
Or if I do this, maybe they'll pay more attention to me, and maybe they'll stay together because of the sake of trying to help me get back on the right track. You
but
know?
now he older.
It's a cry for help. That's what it is.
But now he older. 18. He's a little bit older than what he was back then. Now he can put two and two together. He's been in some relationships, or about to be in a relationship with somebody, you know, so he got, okay. Now, what I've seen in the past, wow, that makes sense. Bring it up to now, wow, Dad, come on, man. I'm seeing a different light in you, and I really don't want to be a part of that.
And you know what else too? When a young man or any young person see their parent behaving like that and doing stuff like that, and your parent coming at you in a hostile or firm approach about what you need to do with your life, that's the last person that child or that young person want to take advice from. Because they feel like you're in no position to tell me anything. Yeah, you might be coming from a place of love, but right now I don't want to hear anything from you. Because if what you're telling me is so good, why couldn't you follow it?
And you know what Kevin Hunter say? Boy, you don't talk to me like that. I'm still your father. I'm still your daddy.
Oh yeah, big time.
Huh? And even older.
Said during that little altercation.
Yeah, he said that. Not old saying, I brought you in here, I'll take you out.
Yeah, they had like one working for Kevin Jr. You punched him in the face.
Kevin Jr.
to get loose.
Just like this a new day, Pop. This a new day. You can try that on the outside, but right here, I'll bring it to you. What? You'll do what? Nah, you got little thing and big thing swinging at each other.
Big thing and little thing, really? You know what, y'all? I love to ask kids these kind of questions. I be like, what would you do? Your son did this and did that. Them eyes get to stretching so big. Do that little look you do.
No way.
He gonna fold him up like a pretzel. Box him up for FedEx. Already.
We'll be playing 300 in here.
No, y'all won't. It hurt my baby.
Playing 300.
You better not. You better not.
Are you not entertained?
You crazy. Oh my goodness. That drives me crazy though. It's not funny, y'all. It really isn't. But these kids nowadays will blow up on you. They'll fight you. They'll fight you.
That's what they better do. Blow up.
Especially when they feel like you're in the wrong.
They better blow up into pieces.
Your son slapped the mess out you.
When?
Bow, bow.
When I'm like 100 years old.
Well, please, man, you're gonna be trying to do a little something.
I'm gonna be like that. What insurance commercial that? Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. Do it.
We're crazy.
Test it if you want to.
Oh my God.
You ever slap me like that? You thought you got away.
Thought you got away. Oh my goodness.
That's my answer. It's my final answer.
Y'all, listen, I remember one time. Cause my uncle was like that. I had an uncle, y'all, who I remember when my cousin was a teenager, my cousin was like, I guess getting tired of getting whoopings or whatever, or tired of being corrected about what he was doing wrong. And my cousin tried to punch my uncle and he punched the hole in the wall and his arm got stuck in there. My uncle said, oh, good for you. Man, he wailed on him like he was a rag doll. I was ready to go. I was ready to go home. I said, Dang, why I always come up here to visit when somebody getting beat up?
See how Jesus helped come in for the tag team.
You tried it. You know what? Man, all I heard was my cousin hollering. Man, I was ready to go. So our son brother say, hey, Greg, it's time for us to get up out of here. Time for us to go, bro. It's time for us to get home. That was too much. And it's even harder when you have one parent who likes to discipline, who corrects, and then one parent who don't. It do cause a divide because my dad wasn't big into whooping us. My dad would hit the furnace and tell us to fake cry.
Yeah, I ain't big into that. You
Me
know,
neither. I want to talk to my kids. I want my kids to have understanding.
You got a kid, you just want to be the proper influence to your kids so that you can help them out. But are they gonna do some things wrong? Yeah,
absolutely. But you don't want to be beating on them, and everything is beating on them. You can't do that.
To tell you the truth, I don't want my kid. If y'all had something like that happen to y'all, I know I'm doing it again. Bow up at you. Let me know what y'all did, cause as a person that
now that's the only thing I think you have to come out and you have to come out a little aggressive with them because they trying to hit you.
I don't know how I handle the situation right now. I can just give y'all a brief synopsis or a story.
You don't know how you would handle the situation right now?
Or a prediction.
Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all.
But that's her perception.
My perception? Boy, if you don't hush, I want you to be quiet right now.
I'm just saying.
I met kids working at an adolescent facility with highly aggressive kids.
Yeah, I'll whoop your kid. I'm telling y'all right here. Yeah, I'm old school, man. Hey, it take a village. So I'm one of the people in the village. I'll whoop your kid. Go home and tell your parents, hey, I whooped your kid. And if you come out there with foolishness, cause your kid was on one.
Because these kids we worked in this unit with were highly aggressive. Like they would hit you, they would spit in your face, they would do some very vicious stuff. These kids weren't like little kids. They were 17. Some of them was almost 18 by the age out the program. And I mean,
but it's okay. Ooh. It's okay. I can make you tuck that viciousness back in your pocket.
Tuck it in your pocket.
Yeah, put that away.
Put your get out of jail free card away.
Yeah. Go put that away. Go put that away. You don't need that right now.
Listen, keys and them other texts on the floor. I'm talking about they would be there with them kids like WWE, because them kids were highly aggressive. If you didn't grab them right away and put them in those CPI and PCM trained positions,
that crap don't work. You see,
so that was the technique you was using, right?
She trying to use that for the channel. That stuff don't work.
Yes, it do. Yes, it do. For the little kids, it do.
Yeah, we'll play it safe. One.
Listen, I had a kid. He was highly aggressive.
Dealing with the youth, we're gonna call them the youth. If you 15 and up, you ain't the youth.
Listen,
you ain't the youth.
There was a 16-year-old boy. He called himself wanting to attack me, and Keys was working on another unit this particular day, and they had to call a code gray because he was acting so like wow, like he really wanted to attack me, and it was crazy. Like wow, why you want to attack the nurse so bad? You want to hit a woman, but you want to hit one of these boys on this unit, but you want to fight me. I didn't get that, and Keys came to the code and they told him what was going on. He told that boy. He told that boy, this one you better not touch. I don't know what, but after that boy, he didn't calm down, but he didn't want to bother me. He went on top of the roof of the building. He wanted to kill himself after that. Oh my God, it was crazy. But he really didn't. He was trying to get a rise out of everybody. I'm on top of the roof and was dancing up there. Come up here and get me. Bet you can't come up here and get me. All that kind of stuff. I wasn't doing all that. I wasn't doing all that. But yeah, just working in mental health with some of these kids. These kids nowadays, they have no respect for their parents. I've seen parents come visit their children and I mean get the worst cursing ever.
The best thing for that is to look them straight in their eye and just shake your head and say, yep, I'll be that. And turn around, walk away. You're going to get hungry.
Whatever.
You're going to get hungry.
I mean, like, you would hear about these parents, like, you get a file on these kids when you're getting them, like, a history on them, what they've been through abuse-wise. You also get a history of their current behaviors, and I don't know how many times I've read about a young lady or young man beating on their parent, and because the parent was scared, the physical abuse continued on. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, if I don't do what he say, if I don't buy him what he wants, he slaps me around, throws things at me. I'm scared to go home sometimes. I'm like, listening to this stuff.
Hey, if you one of them parents, hey, hit us up down there. Hit us up.
You know we ain't got no parents like that.
Hey, don't be embarrassed. Come on, man. Come on. Hey, fellas. If you got a son, come on, don't be scared. Come on, man. I'ma have kids soon. I wanna know.
Oh, please, what you want to know? Because ain't no kid gonna do you like that. Come on. What kid gonna do you like that? I really want to know this kid.
Hey, don't be scared. DM me. Tell me the whole situation. Ladies, come on. Hit us up.
Ain't nobody doing you like that.
Hey, hit us up in the comments. Tell us how y'all handled that situation.
Ain't nobody doing him like that for sure. He would tear this house up with this child. Okay?
We going to jail.
He would tear it up in here with that kid.
We going to jail.
if I had a child that I knew was even attempting aggression like that, I would sit him down and have a talk with him about the next steps. Are you ready to go to DJJ? Are you ready to go somewhere else? Are you ready to live somewhere else? Because before your father have to hurt you, I would much rather you just go somewhere else.
And I'm gonna take him somewhere to get his aggression out.
Yeah.
If he really want to hit me, we going somewhere to get the aggression out.
Oh God.
Yeah, you gotta do that, but do it respectfully.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about that though? You know, do y'all think that Kevin Hunter's son and Kevin Jr. was disrespectful for punching his dad in the nose after being put in the headlock? You know,
in an instance, but in his own right, he was wrong. He was defend yourself, young man.
Mm-hmm. But you don't feel he was wrong for punching his dad in the nose?
Yeah. A headlock for a punch in the nose.
But he was trying to get free, and think about it too. If you got me in the headlock and I'm younger, and you older, you probably got a lot of strength around my head.
And
you probably wrapping me tight, and you probably mad too because something I said. So.
And he could have been swinging out of control.
Yeah, out of control because he was probably
not
hurt.
Like squared up.
No, but more or less out of anxiety, out of the fact that he was in the headlock, couldn't move.
It was a whole lot of anxiety there. But Kevin Hunter brought that to himself.
Yeah, Kevin Senior did that.
That was weak for you to go and
provoke your son like that.
Provoke them because you did that. You did that. Yep. You did that because Wendy wasn't talking to you. Because
they said she hasn't spoken to him since she filed for the divorce. She has not had any communication with him or nothing. So that means that you are upset because she's not talking to you, and you feel like even though you've done what you've done, she still should be able to talk to you. If you call her, she's been answering your calls.
Yep. I'm gonna call the shots.
Yeah, and it's not like that anymore. When she took you off as executive producer and off the charity, when she dissolved the charity and your position within the same week, yeah, you should have known that. You should have known it was like, she had been working on this for the longest time. Had to. This stuff had to been in the works. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She was just waiting to confirm everything that she already knew. And once she knew it, I mean, she made some phone calls and, hey, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she was staying in that sober house, she wasn't just staying there because of her addiction. She was staying there because she didn't want to be in the house with him anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, and then she didn't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Because of what she had been doing. So she did the right thing all the way around.
And to piggyback on that, not everybody that stays in a sober living is under the case of maybe the use of drugs or alcohol and stuff. Some of them been in domestic situations where they don't have nowhere to go, or they feel unsafe going back to home because they know they'll get beat, or they can potentially lose their life
and relapse.
Yep.
A lot of them, like I've even admitted patients who, you know, their drug use or their alcohol use was very mild, very mild use, but they were put into the intensive outpatient program where, you pay $20 to $30 a day for boarding, and you live inside the facility. And you have privileges and things like that, and you get to go on outings and things like that and visit with your family. But you work the program, you go to group every day, you get your meals and everything through the facility, but you're only paying for the boarding fee. And basically your mild usage, and just trying to help you get back on the right track before you go back to relapsing when you were using heavy. Like I've seen people get admitted when they was doing like 2 grams of heroin a day, or 2 grams of heroin multiple times daily, up to 10 grams. Sometimes people say, hey, I smoked the whole 8 ball, things like that. You hit and report, within less than a week's time it was gone. And then you'll see them graduate to getting clean in the program, and then they leave, and then they might say, hey, I relapsed 2 days ago. I snorted some coke, or I did some heroin. And before they start back using real heavy, they get back into treatment by going into basically, like you said, like a sober living, the residential program, and so that it can kind of get back on the right track before it gets worse. And I tell people, some people cry, they feel bad because they relapse, but I tell people, you're not perfect, and you ain't gonna always get it right the first time. That using drug thing, I ain't never did it, but just seeing the patients I've dealt with over the years, it's a serious thing. it's a serious thing, and it ain't easy to get clean. You know what I'm saying? So my heart go out to them, and I have a lot of compassion for substance abuse users. You know what I'm saying? Because people have been abused, have been hurt, have been damaged by their parents, bull crap, and nobody cared about that child who now has become an adult, who still is walking through this earth, you know, not dealing with that stuff and not having an outlet to talk about it. You know? So my heart go out to them. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time when I used to admit them again, readmit them, I tell them, hey, listen, you know, just because you fell off, you caught it. You caught yourself. You could have went ahead and stayed out there another couple more days and kept using every day. But because you caught it and you didn't keep using, you don't have to go through detox. Now you go back in the residential program, get back into the groups, talk to your therapist, open up more. You know, don't be afraid to talk about certain things. Sometimes people come in treatment and they say they're voluntarily, but they're so guarded, they're not sharing everything, so that the people that are there to help them can really truly be of great help to them. Yeah. If you don't share everything and don't be open and honest, and I'm guilty of it myself, I have a hard time sharing everything sometimes with people, in fear of judgment, in fear of what people are going to think about me, people are going to say about me. But I'm learning and I'm becoming confident and getting to a place where I don't care. I'm going to say what I feel, and I'm just going to put it out there, because guess what can you do? Either you're going to love me or hate me, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to have to be me. I can't stop living my life because you don't like something I say I've done before, or something I've been through before, you know? All I can do is hope that by telling my story and telling my truth, that it helps somebody else. You know? Have I ever did crack cocaine, heroin? No. Have I ever, I haven't. You know, I haven't done those things. So when I hear addicts talk about certain things, it's like, I don't relate to them in that way, but I can relate to some of the things they say they grew up in, like a, you know, verbally abusive household, or, you know, dealing with parents, you know, yelling and fussing at each other all the time, and how that stuff affected them and things like that. You know, I have like a burn mark right here, and I have a little scar here, and I burnt myself on the stove. And I remember one time a patient asked me, don't play with me.
Left bit of the wrist.
Don't play with me. Flip of the head. Shut up. And a patient asked me, he said, hey, do you use? And I said, excuse me, use what? Like, I got a little offended, but I mean, okay, you in a substance abuse facility, it's okay, you asked you a question, okay. I said, no, I don't use. I said, I burnt myself on the stove. He said, because sometimes, you know, addicts, they have marks on their skin like that. I said, no, these are burn marks, baby. Ain't no plunge, ain't no syringes in my arm. Listen, I don't know why he even was trying to insinuate and trying to. I don't know why he's trying to make faces, because if I was a user, he wouldn't even be here. He wouldn't even want to be here.
No, she a giver.
I'm tired of you. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. Put you out. Anyways, yeah, but you know, he asked me that. You know, he said because most nurses who work in these kind of places have, you know, been users before. And I said, you know, that's true. I said there are some recovering addicts who do work in substance abuse. You know, a lot of nurses do it. Mm-hmm. But I said, you know, I'm not one of them though. No. Mm-hmm. No.
Ain't nothing keep calling us.
I always say I want nothing to have control over me. I used to smoke Black & Milds. I used to drink beer. I used to drink liquor. And every now and then I have a nice margarita. You know, I have a little something to drink. I mean, we keep some Ciroc and Crown Royal and, you know, Douce and little things like that in the house. But
you see us with our
Electro wine. But that's the most we're going to do. And then we do that every now and then. Like, I don't drink that stuff every day. Every day ain't got to have a glass of wine. No. You know, I've had people, I've had patients, well-to-do, plenty of money, and these people tell me they drink 2 of those 2 liters of wine a day.
No, gotta have our sugar skull rum on deck.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, but you know, somebody drinking 2 bottles of wine a day, 2 liters of wine a day. Somebody drinking a gallon of liquor a day. You know, I couldn't see myself doing it, and it's not to say, oh, I'm better than them, because I'm not. But it's just that I just try to let people know that, hey, you have the power to stop this too. This don't have to continue to be you. Mm-hmm. You know. And I feel like some of these kids, because of the stuff that they're experiencing with their parents and what they're going through, they end up, you know, doing drugs. They end up drinking too much. They end up living like that. You know, it's not to say that, oh, you know, they had to always be physically or sexually abused. Sometimes just the trauma of dealing with what you saw with your parents go through. Like when you said the thing you saw your dad do to your mom when you was little.
That's
that could have been something that could have caused you to want to beat on women, or caused you to want to be an alcoholic. Anything.
Yeah. Anime.
Don't play with me.
Eat the green lip, man.
Call the police. And the keys. Yeah, don't play with me.
Eat the green lip.
Don't try it.
Call the police.
I will. You don't want me to call them?
Call them. Call them.
Nah, but we don't have that kind of relationship. We love each other, we respect each other, and that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And I want to always display a good marriage, not only for myself, not trying to be something or make like we something that we really not. I want to be just who we are. You know what I'm saying? At all times. Yeah, we get mad at each other? Yes. Do I get on Key's nerves to the point where he want to slap the fire at me? Absolutely. We'd be lying if we sit there and say, oh, no, we don't get like that with each other. We don't get that mad.
We want her to give up the ghost.
Yeah, but it's rare. It's few far and in between. And even if we do, guess what? Keys go to the gym. I stay in the house. And then about 15, 20 minutes in, I'll text, you okay? Yeah, so, you know, we have our differences, and we work through that stuff. And I want to always work through that stuff because I don't want my kids to ever see a dysfunctional marriage. I want my kids to know what love looks like so that they'll know what it is when they get in a relationship with somebody else.
But do understand that there's going to be some rifts in the water at times. But with those rifts, there's going to be calmness in the end. So yeah, you're going to have little spats here and there, but work through them. Don't be so eager to run away.
And don't just do anything in front of your kids, because you see what I'm saying? Look at Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. That's ugly, you know? That's ugly. And in the
long run, will they mend that stuff, make amends with each other? Yes.
Absolutely.
But for right now, because he's so young, he's going to hold a lot of grudges because of that, and how the situation unfolded with his dad going out with the infidelity things. It's going to... Yeah, in the verbal and physical abuse he probably witnessed over the years with his parents. Will he love that little girl as his? Yeah, that's his sister. That's his sister. That child didn't do anything.
Nope.
But it's the grown-ups that's the thing. Do you got a problem with that young lady? Because that's the person that his dad cheated with.
And she knew his dad was married.
Yeah, so is highly offensive. Hey man, you cheated with my dad and on my mom. You took us and you split us up. That's the first part, how they gonna see it. But did she split them up? No, the dad did.
Yeah, he did that.
So, hey, we love y'all. Thumbs this thing up. You like the video? We still want y'all down there in them comments.
Hit us up and comment on all the topics we talked about in this video. We want to know about, have you guys ever experienced a time in your life when you were young with your parents that really traumatized you? Are you somebody who is recovering from doing drugs, alcohol? You know, share that with us. You know what I'm saying? Because honest to God, we've worked in this field for over 15 years and we've seen it all, and we don't judge nobody because we know what it's like. Just that experience of working with these kind of people, I know the damage that a family can do to a person. And we don't sometimes realize that, this out of control. But why is a person out of control? Why is a person choosing to do the things they're doing? It started somewhere. A lot of times the parents come in and acting like they don't know, and
they know.
I don't know why they doing all this. Yes, you do.
Because it was displayed as a child.
That's right.
And then it went on, and it was never lost.
And it was never resolved. And it was never dealt with through therapy or anything.
And the best thing they would say, they always been like that. They always been. Then why you ain't do something about it?
It's the same with these kids who go out here shooting up the school and killing all the kids at the school.
Hey, if you got a child like that, hey, let me tell y'all something, young folk. You stay around here shooting and all that chaos with all that, you a coward. Go take your butt to the goddamn Army, Navy, Air Force, somewhere. Go on out there. You want to play Rambo?
Yeah.
They paying you for it.
Yeah, but then some of them get in there and kill up all
Yeah,
the soldiers.
and
Ain't mentally
kill
stable for
yourself.
that either. Yeah.
And killing everybody around you.
Ain't mentally stable for that
Put you
either.
on the front line. I want to go home. Like you bubble gum.
I think too, a lot of parents, because you want your child to be what you hope for them, you ignore everything that tells you they're not on the track to being that. Because you feel like there's hope. But what you got to understand is the only hope that you have is to get them some help. Seriously. You can't be in denial about that.
Easier said for you.
Yeah.
You're not going through. Stop.
We don't work
Stop.
with so
making
many
excuses.
kids.
Stop
I
making
mean, we work with
excuses.
kids. I remember what that unit was. I used to work at Discovery.
Yeah.
How old were those children?
The youngest kid
The
that
little
I ever
rascals. The
seen.
little rascals, y'all.
The youngest kid that I ever seen come through there that was on Discovery was 4 years
Yeah,
old.
4-year-olds. I worked with age 4 all the way up to 17, all the way from 18 to 60-something years old with mental health issues.
Me,
They've done it for years.
I worked from 4 all the way to the age of 25
Yeah.
because I did corrections.
Well, also at the
before.
hospital, you deal with all ages too, older
Yeah.
people too. So yeah, but you see that mental health and it shows up in different ways. And if we're not mindful as adults, what we do around kids, whether you be a aunt, whether you be an uncle, whether you be a parent, I still conduct myself a certain way, even around my nieces, because I want my nieces to know what a lady presents herself as. What is ladylike?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be saying and doing anything around my nieces, nephews, about other people's children. I'm just not. Because I want to be the example at all times. And that's what I'm saying. I want me and Keys in our marriage to be the example at all times so that when I have children, when I leave this earth, my children can say good things about me. My mom and dad had a healthy relationship. Did they argue at times? Did they not get along? But they always showed me how to properly make up. How to love each other after an argument or after a disagreement. I ain't gonna be doing it around my kids, no way. They rarely gonna know about that kind of stuff.
As I said before, I think that all kids should learn things in stages. There's level, like y'all say,
There's levels to this.
It's levels to it. You know, there's stages to growing up, and everybody is not fit for everything that you give them.
That's right.
In certain stages of your life. You got to be, when you saying communication starts when that child or that tree is just being planted or just being sprouted out, and you can shape and form that person into where they can go, so they won't get all the bumps and bruises as we did growing up.
That's right.
Come on, man. It's the greatest way to learn is through experience. Come on, man.
Yeah, like mom used to say, a bought lesson better than a taught lesson. Nah, sometimes go ahead and just teach them. Teach them and try to reach them. Everything you teach your kids, they ain't gonna always go along with, because once they become adults, they have their own mindset. They think and do like they wanna. But as long as you know you've done well by them, you can feel some type of comfort. Man, I know I did the best I could. I didn't just throw you out there, just leave you out there hanging, or I didn't just live my life any kind of way for you to have an excuse for why you can't do right.
That's right.
Like with Kevin Hunter Sr., you living your life in such a way where your son has aught with you and he has something he can say about you. You don't want to give your kids that, because then they miss the message.
Yep. All right, y'all. Like,
subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're new to the Double M Kingdom, welcome.
Hit that bell to be notified, bing, so you can get all the content, all the videos that we have in store for you. Remember to comment down below,
and we'll see you in our next video.
and we out.
Love you guys.